So I often see deer on the trail in and around here. We just had two run by there. I think I might have surprised them a little bit. So anyway, I've come up another mile from the last video clip and am now turned around, headed back to the car, to the Jeep. And we're now have connected with a different trail called the Old Spanish Trail. And we're going to go back on that. You can see the sunset there is just setting behind the ridge. And here on the trail, there's this really nifty, very big tree here. And quite impressive. Don't know how old that is, or even what kind, although I suspect it's some sort of oak tree, most likely. But very impressive. And here we have a point where we connect with some other trails. Right there, right across, that's the Toyon Trail. I just came up that and went up a short distance up the Old Spanish here on the left. This is also Old Spanish. And this is Old Spanish. And then here is the Coal Mine Trail, it's called, as you can see here. And we are going to go on back to the Jeep on the Old Spanish Trail. This trail is interesting. It's actually the oldest connecting route between the east side of the Coast Ranges here in San Francisco Bay. The Coast Range Mountains are between, well, I'm on one of the lower Coast Range Mountains on the east side, and then you go up over them to the west. And this trail was used, I believe, as far back into the 1700s and was in early 1800s, and was the first connecting route in this area of California that connected directly from here, the east side of the Coast Ranges, to the west side, to the Pacific Ocean. And I find that really interesting to think that I'm walking on the same trail that was used maybe 150 to even pushing 200 years ago for the very early people. And you kind of imagine them, well, the very early European settlers here in the area. You kind of can imagine wagon wheels and horses and people all geared up to cross these mountains, coming up and down here. And as the Bay Area began to develop commercially, get a lot more commercial traffic, there were some mills over on the other side too. One of the main roads here that crosses over now is called Page Mill Road, because it went from Palo Alto over to Page's Mill over near the coast. And so although this is just now a hiking trail in an open space preserve,